pas le jeu vous jouez. Gardez le contrôle. Pariez responsable. CCL TV, votre cœur désire la victoire.
Welcome, dear followers and fans of CCL TV. We're so grateful to us here today. Before starting, I'd like to express my deep gratitude to all of you who are generously helped us to make this broadcast happen smoothly. Let's start by telling you a bit about my own background. I'm Mr. Bondo Jonathan, the showman of this broadcast entitled Lorry Book. As you can see, I am not alone today. I am with Mr. Daniel Osembe, my regular guest. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hi, Mr. Bondo, everyone.
How are you getting along?
Alive and kicking. What about you?
Nice. So let's overslap what has been said previously. Mr. Daniel and I, we've been speaking about gambling in Dubai. And we explained several things by dear followers who are watching us over the world that gambling in Dubai was established over there for long. But due to problems, due to their culture and so the religious marriage, the government had decided to shut down all activities over there. But people get excited to wager their money in online platform, even though it was illegal. But the government, didn't have a choice. And also citizens were wagering their money because they want all the time to gain jackpot. But today, dear followers, those who are watching us all over the world, we're going to talk about gambling in Israel. I know that sounds great when you hear talking about gambling in Israel. And Mr. Daniel, our law analyst, is there. He's going to help us to know more about gambling in Israel. Mr. Daniel, may you tell us in a nice shot the overall idea of gambling in Israel?
Thank you very much, Mr. Bondo, for the floor.
You're welcome.
As you said, today's lottery book, we're going to break up the series of Asian country.
We're going to break up.
Yeah, we break it up for today and focus a little bit on Israel because it has a lot of attachments with Europe, and that is a great country around in the Middle East.
In that case, we just make an exception.
Actually, we're making it, okay? And concerning the gambling aspect in Israel, we have to know that, like most of Middle East countries, Israel has got a conservative and lots of laws and culture around the Middle East, as in Israel, is based on religious foundations. Okay, so here in Israel, lots of them are Hebrews, okay, Jews people, okay, so that's the culture predominating in this country. So, according to the penal law, gambling is illegal.
So, according to the penal law,
gambling is illegal because the penal law has set a blanket prohibition on all different forms of gambling in Israel, and the government and the law enforcement officers watch over it so that they can shut down all the games, okay, that are operating in the country illegally, okay, games such as roulette, slot machines, okay, those casino games are not lawful. Even casino venues, land-based casino, as we often say, brick-and-mortar casinos.
Yeah, when you talked about brick-and-mortar, sometimes, I feel good.
So it's not lawful in the country. However, the government has let two bookmakers run by the states.
So even though he has the forbidden other part, but he has left.
Of course, okay. As a matter of fact, there are two bookmakers in Israel, okay, that's the state's monitors. And the first one is the National Lottery. It has been established around 1951.
1951.
So back in those days, they were already thinking about the economic advantages that gambling and the National Lottery can bring to a country. Okay, so they established it earlier. And around 1967, that is the time they established the sports betting platform, okay, bookmaker run by the state as well. and it organizes all games of sports, okay, especially soccer and basketball.
So that's what even before European countries.
Not really, okay. That came later on because in Europe it started so early. Okay, it came so early, so centuries ago. Okay, it was established. But this is a recent history of gambling, actually. And in comparison to other countries in the Middle East, that is so earlier that it was established. So apart from it, the government has got the full monopoly, okay, of every single activity happening in the gambling sector. So that is in a nutshell what we can take as key takeaways of the gambling landscape in Israel.
Good, says Mr. Daniel Sembe. That is a nutshell what you can take, like the overall idea of gambling in Israel. We still keeping on just in the same point, in the same path. You're going to learn more. You're going to understand several things about gambling in Israel because our lorry analyst, Mr. Daniel Sembe, is there every single time to help us to discover in deepness and in details about gambling in Israel. Talking about online gambling, is it lawful over there?
Online gambling comes under the scope of games which are not lawful in Israel, unfortunately. But in practice, when we look at it, we see that people still gamble, as the case in a lot of countries we've mentioned before. Last time we talked about the case of the Emirates.
So what's motivates them? You know, the government has set a law that's no way for them to wager money, but people are wagering with the money.
But in Israel, actually, the law wasn't clear on whether or not people should gamble online.
The law was not clear.
It wasn't clear before.
What do you mean?
But the general courts generalized, okay, just to put it under the blanket prohibition of games that were already established because, you know, the penal code didn't make provision for the online sector because by the time it wasn't so popular. But lots of people became familiar with it later on. Okay, so they had just to generalize it. Okay, but around 2017, that is the time the Israeli government took it seriously and they have set on it strict measures that didn't allow online gambling to take place officially. And the law which was passed is called the Power to Prevent the Commission of Offenses by Means of Internet Websites Act. That is the law.
Maybe it's not about the culture, but about the law.
So the law, as you know, the internet is so hard to police, okay? It's not a walk in the park to manage every single thing happening in the internet. That's why the government took that law, and the stance of the Israeli government has been so hard on it. And although the fact that it is considered by most of analysts that Israel is home of most of online platforms.
Israel is home of most.
Even the famous 888 bets we often talk about. Its headquarters, okay, over there. And Playtech, it is one of an agency, okay, of technology that develops lots of online games.
But why the government decided such a law? Why the government decided to block all activities over there?
You know, lots of people can gamble online, and that will be a loss for the governments run how can I say, platforms, okay? Because the platforms that the government has allowed them to use, okay, the two bookmakers are going to lose their customers, okay? When people go to other platforms, okay, that, I mean, it is just a strategy for the government to force people to use their own gambling facilities that the country has provided.
I got a point. So once now people are wagering money in national lottery, that can also help government to increase their budget and economic growth.
You're right, because the national lottery, okay, and the sports betting that they have got, they often offer services online, okay? They've got online services as well. People can use it, that is legal. But when you use other platforms, internationally based platforms, that's the moment when the government comes in and arrests you and says that
fair. That's not fair.
No, according to the law, that's the way. So the government wants to make the most of the gambling sector. Okay.
Good. So in that case, just in the same point, so may you cut brick-and-mortar casino in Israel?
By the way, there are not brick-and-mortar casinos in Israel.
Not online, not brick-and-mortar casino.
They don't have brick-and-mortar casinos, neither land-based casino venues around there. But around 2004, the government arrested lots of cruise liners. Some boats were coming on the shore of the Red Sea, and they came on the shore and they take on board Israeli people, and they sail to the international sea, and from there people can gamble online. Gamble even on those cruise liners, okay, those boats.
Yeah.
And the government noticed that they were kind of looking for a way to escape the law, okay, coming with the boats, take on board people, and then they sail a little bit far from the sea of the Israel, okay, and then they started offering services that allows people to gamble, okay. That wasn't fair, and the government arrested lots of cruise liners that were doing such thing. And later on, the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, okay, the Prime Minister decided that when he was on their campaign, he pledged that he's going to allow casino games to take place in Eilat state, okay? Eilat city.
That's what the strategies, what he said, he really realized that.
He didn't realize it, okay? But it's still a project.
Oh, it's a project.
It's still a project, but because Eilat was in a serious economic crisis.
Okay.
And the president, the prime minister, excuse me, said that to just urge people to vote for him, okay? But I think in the long run, they may have casino games and land-based venues in Eilat.
So the day coming?
Yeah, in the near future.
In the near future,
yeah.
All right. So just in the same path, because we're just still dealing with that problem and knowing also several things about online. You say that the reasons or the rarent brick-and-mortar casino in Israel so far. So what about online casino? Is regulated in Israel?
As I said, online casino games are lawful as long as Israeli people use state-run, okay, bookmakers. That's legal. But when they just use internationally based platforms, that is illegal for them, and the government, through the law that has been taken around 2017, has decided to block lots of IPs of people, okay? So that is why the government is really controlling everything because of the green lights that they have of this law, and make sure that people use legal platforms that they have in the country.
But even though the government had decided to shut down all activities about online or casino, but people are wagering money. You know, when people go in the casino, they are wagering money, or not because the government has forbidden them.
They can use VPN, okay? If they use VPN, if they use other way to go past the limits, okay, of the government, the laws set in the country, they can use internationally based platforms, okay? But it's not lawful according to their local regulations.
But don't forget that we have technology. Now technology help population to move forward.
Of course they can, but Israel is one of the countries in the world which has got a higher intelligence service. Okay, so they can track you down, they can locate your position.
And directly they just catch you.
If you gamble online, who knows? Okay,
we never know.
Yeah, so when you using internationally based platforms, you're running the risk, okay, of being located, okay, by the government, if possible, okay, and that's dangerous sometimes.
And you're very sure that can
But
identify
you better use a good VPN, okay.
You better use a good. Are you sure
So
that you're going to identify the one who has done
So
the
they
thing?
use good VPNs. That's why they gamble online. They use other platforms.
Good, Mr. Daniel. So, dear followers, so watch us all the time. See the way Mr. Daniel is sharing online on several things that we didn't know before. Right now, we are learning it because he's our lottery analyst. So, Mr. Daniel, are there any casino in Tel Aviv or Jerusalem?
As I said, there are no brick and mortar casinos. Despite all the fact that in lots of capital cities that we've mentioned in previous shows, okay, we've seen that there are lots of gambling activities in capital cities than in the countryside. But in Israel, in the capital city, Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, there are not land-based casinos at all. That's the way.
Thanks, so Mr. Daniel. When you talked about online gambling, so people are wagering money about online, even though it's illegal. You said something that the government, once the government catch you, you're going to have a problem. And what are the punishment of gambling in Israel?
There are lots of penalties around it. Okay. First of all, you will pay fines, as in most of countries, and go to jail for 2 years.
Go to jail?
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're convicted of that crime, you're going to go to jail for 2
You
years.
didn't kill. It's you certify, you want to wager money.
But you're in the breach of the law, okay?
Wow.
Because it is considered it's an offense. Okay, you broke the law, that's why you will go to jail.
So what advice you can give to people who are betting in online, illegal online platform?
I think the only piece of the advice is that they have to make sure to use good VPNs, to use good platforms, okay, such as 1xBet, okay?
Yeah, one expert all the time is there.
Yeah, they can use it. They can use it with their smartphones at home, okay, with good VPN. Okay,
the good one.
Yeah, good.
So, but what are the best online platforms that Israel people for choose to wager money?
Among the best one, okay, I think 1xBet is the first one.
1xBet.
1xBet is the first one. It's my favorite one.
Is your favorite one, or what about Israel?
Okay, they can use it because it is all across the world. Okay, on the internet they can use 1xBet. They can use 888, okay, 888 bets. They can use bets for 365.
Yeah, for Dennis Scott.
Yeah, they can use those platforms. Mr. Green, okay, because on those platforms, when you subscribe, although the fact that you from Israel, they're not going to reject you or boot you out.
Good. Even here also you can also subscribe in 1xBet.
Of course.
But people have to know how to subscribe.
It's so easy. It's so easy. Okay.
As once analyst, next you can also show us how to subscribe, how to deal with other things.
Of course, I'll be glad to.
Wow. Thanks.
So that's it.
Good. So could you tell us, the list of online forms that of useful or safe that Israeli people prefer to wager money?
You mean platforms that?
Yeah, list of online platform.
So I think the same thing as I was saying. Okay, 1xBets. Yeah. Those platforms are really wonderful. Okay, 1xBets, 888, as I quoted Mr. Green. Okay, for online casinos, even 1xBet online casino. Okay, people use it a lot in Israel. to have access to casino games.
So when they use it, there is not any issue, any matter of it they want to use it.
Because once they use it, they can have access to games that are forbidden in their country. Okay, as I said, roulette games, slot machines, okay, baccarat, and bingo. Those games are forbidden there.
But online gambling, you can also wager.
Yeah, they can use it.
Good. Thanks a million, Mr. Daniel. How do you see the future of gambling in Israel so far?
I think the future of gambling in Israel, as Israel is a conservative country, I think is going to be a status quo. Okay, nothing is going to change.
Nothing's going to change.
Yeah, the way it is now, it's the way it will be. You know, the government wants to attract people and let them have access to the national lottery and bookmakers that they have got. That's the way things are going to be, and they will use strict measures in the coming years to force people to not use platforms online. Okay. So I think that's it.
And what advice you can give Israeli people? What advice you can give them?
I think the only piece of advice is that they have to enjoy their life and the freedom, okay? Because as long as you bet responsibly, although there are lots of measures that the government is being taken, okay, that is not what should hinder them from betting actually, but they have to do it in a safe way and make sure that they bet responsibly.
So this is our moral, you have to bet responsibly.
Yeah, of course.
Good. That leads us to the end of this broadcast. I can't end up without expressing my deep gratitude to thousands of followers and fans of CCL TV. You'll be there all the time watching us, see the way things are going well. My special greeting to our CEO, Chief Igor Komba. Much love for you. Mother Janin Komba, Mr. Caleb Komba, Miss Benya Basile, Mr. Julian Bokbioko, our producer, Mr. Platini Bain, Mr. Erich MK, Mr. Michael Milala, Mr. Baby Maituka, Mr. Regan, without forgetting all the time, Staya Greya, the correction is your passion. Who's gone? See you then. God bless you. CCL TV, your heart desires victory. Bye.
See you soon.
People Mambo.